Hello friends, and welcome on in to a very exciting video. LEGO was kind enough to send us an upcoming set a little bit early so we can give you a closer look, and that set is the Atari 2600, or Atari Video Computer System as the box so kindly puts it. And oh my gosh, does this set have some cool stuff for you guys to see, and we're going to check it all out as we get it built. So let's get in there and get building. All right, let's get this guy on our desk. It's obviously a pretty big box, and honestly, I don't think I was expecting a set like this to be so big, but it comes in at 2,532 pieces, is I think part of the new LEGO Icons theme, so it's of course recommended for 18 plus, though I'm sure some younger builders would have no problem handling this. And honestly, just looking at the box right off the bat, we can see that it includes kind of 3 games. So you have Centipede, Asteroids, and Adventure, and what's really cool is you have little mini builds that you can kind of use to kind of decorate around the build. And then of course the console itself looks just like the thing, and I'm so excited to get started on this build. So it looks like in total we have 16 bags to work through. So this is definitely not gonna be a quick build, but that just means we're gonna be having a lot of fun along the way. So let's get this all cleared out and get started. All right, so now that we've got the instructions open, you can see we've got the 3 sticker sheets. And I have to say, it's really, really nice to see that there really aren't a lot of other stickers. I feel like there's something sneaky about the colors of the asteroid box. I don't know. That looks very classic space to me. Maybe that's just a coincidence. I'll have to check out the original cover art. But and then we've got our book, which looks like it came straight out of the 70s or 80s, whenever this was originally released. 1972. There we go. So that's really, really neat. And of course, we can expect to find lots of cool details on, the Atari, the system. And I love that it's kind of pointing out all of the different, like connectors and stuff that are included with it, which is really cool. So looks like it has a cartridge holder too, which is sweet. And then lots of cool stuff here, which allows us to get to the first thing. And it looks like we're starting to move on to the game cartridges first, which admittedly I won't say I'm crazy excited about, just because, doing stickers right off the bat isn't necessarily my favorite way to get about some building. And then we've got our cartridge built. It is a little thicker than I would have anticipated, but that's probably how they actually were. And I love that, they kind of still have some of those interior details in there, but it's just a nice, clean, simple build of the cartridge. All right, and our little scene of adventure is done. I love that this is a yellow castle. I don't know if that's actually what color it is in the game, or if they just decided to do that as kind of a throwback to the OG Lego castle. And boom, the cartridge holder is complete. While this obviously looks like an extremely simple build, I will say it's really, really nice how subtle the spacing between these is. They did some cool offsetting. You can see they use Technic bricks to help, create a kind of like a half stud offset here. And that allows you to perfectly fit each game into the slots. All right, so we've completed the first bag, and we've really just built out a lot of the foundation of this set. But I have to say, one of my favorite things is this beautiful edge along the bottom here. And I just wanted to shout out this really, really cool technique that uses some brackets with some hinge bricks to allow us to get a very, very subtle angle on this part of the build. You can see we've done it 3 different times, and there's now kind of a nice long surface. Looks like we're getting into more awesome new pieces, including these guys in gray. I know these came in this turquoise color in some Monkey Kid sets earlier this year, but it's nice to see it in more colors. There is some weirdness going on here. I have to admit, I have no idea what I am building right now. I mean, I feel like this is for some sort of hinge, but I just put some hammers into some like 1x1 Technic bricks with the axles instead of the Technic holes. Based on the description and the instructions here, which I love that LEGO has continued to use, these are perhaps some kind of difficulty switches. So I think the idea is that these actually slide left and right. Oh, wow. So this creates a massive angular section. Look at that. Look at that. 2 clips attached to 2 different points. Okay, whoa. Look at these very interesting inverted slopes. Oh yeah, slightly different angle. You can see there's just a little bit of a difference there. Oh my gosh, and look at how cool the integration is, because these have holes in them. These can just connect into these little red bits. Hey, wait a minute. I'm almost positive that this is the bottom of the 90th anniversary Galaxy Explorer. Look at the little, like, there's the little horns there. There's the 4 engines. The shaping looks all like the Galaxy Explorer. And even the little meteorites are built out of Lego, but yo, that's so cool. This has to be one of the absolutely coolest ways I've ever seen of an explosion type effect recreated in the brick. Absolute genius. And then, like, whoa, just noticed, I think for the first time ever, a lightsaber bar in 4 length coming in transparent clear, which is awesome. So it allows us to keep this little asteroid floating a little bit lower than it might be otherwise. All right, so another bag down, and we have added a crazy cool mechanism, and that is just really, really neat. And I can't wait to see how it gets integrated, so let's keep building. Okay, so I feel like at this point you might be wondering, what on earth are we building? You might have seen a sneak preview of it in the instructions, but this is the surprise that I was talking about on the back of the box at the very beginning of the video. And what we're actually building is a 70s living room with the Atari gaming systems. We're basically building a little vignette, and here is our finished hidden vignette. There are just so many fantastic details in there. You've got the boombox and the cassettes. You've got some little green army men. I added the extra one in there just to kind of make it feel a little bit more crowded. You've got this amazing, clever little 2-piece joystick, pop can, some cartridges, of course, some roller skates. The cutest little kitty I have ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen this kitty in other Lego sets. I'm probably just a little behind, but man, is this just such an awesome addition to the build. And it does indeed become kind of a hidden part of the console. Look at that. It is very nice to see right off the bat that they've chosen to go printed for the Atari logo on the console. I feel like those details are the ones that you want printed. You never really enjoy having those ones be stickers you need to put on. So I'm very glad they opted for printed parts here. I'm just sitting here having put the front part of the console on, and even though I built it all, I am struggling to kind of properly wrap my head around how this is working. Like, I know I put in pieces and stuff that would force this to tilt upwards, but man, just the way it clicks into place. And then they actually use these rubber pieces. I thought they were functional, but they're actually they don't move. They just sit there and they're rubber, so that when this falls, it has some padding, essentially. It's like springs almost, or cushioning. And then this just slides over perfectly, like so. And once again, my mind is being blown on how these designers can figure out that these angles are even doable. Like, what the heck? We take this whole assembly and we just perfectly slot it in. Look at that. Oh man, if they figured out how to make the joystick movable, I'm seeing rubber pieces here, which I figured they would need. Wow, all the Lego math working together here is absolutely bonkers. Like, the fact that it's an odd width build, and yet they're still finding ways to fully interconnect this stuff. And this has just a nice little bit of wiggle, just enough to give you the feel of actually playing the game. Too cool. And then let's kind of bring everything over, lay everything out, get everything plugged in as it should be. I'm going to move the instructions over here, move everything else in. So let's see. So we can obviously have our little game cartridge box here. We can have our different game scenes hanging around over here. We can, of course, have our little controller plugged in to the back over here. And then we can grab our game cartridge of choice. Since I like asteroids best, I'm gonna grab asteroids, and we're gonna take it and shove it in there, and boom! Look at that. Look at how that all comes together. Just wow. And then don't forget, we've still got our hidden game scene, which still pops out even when a game cartridge is in there, which is just so fun. I am just blown away with this set. I'm very curious about the size. I'm gonna look into that. After taking some measurements, I was really impressed with the fact that the Atari set is almost perfectly 1-to-1 in scale with the actual console. Of course, given that it's Lego, there are gonna be some small differences, but overall it is very close. But let's kind of give you a nice final look at this beautiful build. All in all, the Atari 2600 is an absolutely fantastic build. They've really kind of captured the magic like they did with the Nintendo Entertainment System, and incorporated a lot of the cool details and functions, but also gone a little bit further in adding functions that you wouldn't expect. You've got all the amazing little game scenes that you get to build, which allows you to kind of relive the nostalgia of those games by building the different scenes. You've got the little cartridge holder, and of course all the plugs and switches. You can of course slap the cartridges into the game too. The joystick moves, and then of course, to top it all off, you've got the beautiful sliding function that allows you to see the awesome minifig scale vignette within the build. Yeah, I'm just truly blown away with this set. The techniques are incredible. All of the angles were just captured perfectly, and I really don't think I actually would have a critique for this set. I enjoyed the experience overall. Obviously, there were some repetitive parts. That's just the nature of doing replicas, is a lot of real-life materials have repetitive bits, but it really doesn't take away from the final product of the build. And I definitely think any Atari fan would be so proud to have this beautiful set on display. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this exclusive first look at the Atari 2600 set. Definitely recommend it, and don't be afraid to drop in the comments and let me know if you have questions about it. Otherwise, we'll see you soon, and happy building out there.